Hi, my name is Kevin Trapp. I am an orthopedic surgeon here at Orange Regional Medical Center. I am chairman of the Department of Orthopedics and medical director of the Bone and Joint Center. We started the Joint Replacement Center at least 9 years ago now, and have watched volumes grow from 100 joint replacements to over 700 last year. Initially, I wanted to go into general surgery. After spending a rotation in medical school doing that, realized that quite wasn't for me. My roommate at the time, his father was an orthopedist, so I did a rotation with him and sort of fell in love with orthopedics at that time. Patients would spend 4, 5, 6 days in the hospital after joint replacement. Now 2 to 3 days is sort of the norm, and even moving towards shorter stays in selected patients. Well, in a hip replacement, our pieces are metal. On the back of them we have a roughened coating, and I liken it to a sandpaper. So when we put this in the bone, it has a real rough fitting that goes in, and that provides our initial stability to get these metal implants in there. Over time, your bone actually grows into these metal implants, into that roughened surface, to hold them in place. I think that's an amazing thing that your body can do. On the knee replacement side, most of our pieces are metal, and the joint surface goes between a metal component and a plastic component, and that reforms your new joint. I'm adopted myself, so from the time my parents adopted me until I was a sophomore in high school, we had 112 foster kids through our house. So I was always familiar with stories that came in from these kids, and as my wife and I sort of had our 3 kids we couldn't have anymore, but we weren't quite sure whether we were done yet or not. So foster parenting was a way for us to get into that, and oddly enough, the first child we got was one we ended up adopting. Gianna, who's our youngest, and the girl, she looks like my wife. You know, people will be out and they'll be like, she looks like you guys. And I can't really explain that, but the impact she's had made my kids realize, oh, there are kids out there with problems, or people out there with problems, and if you can help, this is a great way to do it. When patients come in, they're definitely terrified to see the doctor. To put them at ease is a big thing. And I had one gentleman who I replaced both hips who said, listen, I can't tell you how I used to crawl up the stairs at night. He goes, now I can actually walk up the stairs, I can build cabinets, I can do stuff around my house. I used to do that before, but it hurt so darn much. And now I'm able to do that without a whole heck of a lot of pain, and the difference that it's made is huge. In changing people's lives for the better, to make them more functional, to make them more productive, that's our role. I think it works great. And we have a whole bunch of team of physicians, therapists, and nurses who can help get these patients back to what they want to do.